What's up? Today I am working on my Chevy. Not sure if I've introduced this truck to the channel at all. Use it just to haul stuff around, but the motor is starting to knock pretty bad. I've been driving it for a few weeks knocking. Not sure what it is, kind of sounds like rod knock. I also did a compression test. I'm at 150 on every cylinder except the middle two on the driver's side are at 90. So it's definitely blowing through the head gasket or cracked or something. So today I'm just gonna start tearing the motor out. Might put a Vortec in it, might look for an LS, who knows? But right now it's a TBI 350 Chevy. We are gonna start tearing this out and start do some damage control. So I'm just starting to get stuff taken apart here. I got the coolant and oil drained. I got the alternator off. I got the air cleaner off. Just got to keep pushing. All right, I'm back working on the Chevy. I got the intake off. Everything's all disconnected right now. I am looking at these rusty exhaust bolts. I'm trying to disconnect both sides headers and pull the heads off. All right, we got the exhaust off. None of the studs broke, which is amazing. Isaac came out. He is helping me with this. We just took the rockers out and the head bolts on this side. I just took the rockers off. I got to get the head bolts. We'll pull the heads off. I got the heads laid out. I am cleaning them off in the parts washer. I'm going to get them surfaced at a machine shop. I'm going to pull my truck in and pull the block out. All right, so I was going to pull the block out because of a knocking noise. When I checked the flywheel a couple months ago, because I thought the flywheel was knocking, I only checked it for cracks. And it bit me in the ass because today I was gonna go take it out to pull the block out and the bolts weren't tight. They were all finger tight. They'd been clunking around. So the knock for sure was the flywheel bouncing around on those bolts, because I did have really good oil pressure, which was confusing. So now I'm putting that back together. I got the heads out at the machine shop. I'm getting a head gasket kit and I'm not tearing the block apart at all anymore. My heads are back from the machine shop. Got my gasket set, got my head bolts. Just have to clean up the surface and straight edge the block now. Used Isaac's nice snap-on straight edge. Everything's looking good. I'm just gonna clean it off a little more. Just throw some heads on. All right, first side is done. Time to get the other side going. So both heads are on. Starting to get the exhaust manifolds on. This one is done over here. Just getting the last bolts in on this side. So where my fuel line was broken, I just got the end from a parts store and I compression fitting, cut it off. That's all fixed. Next is the intake. All right, so I'm back for another night of fixing the old heavy Chevy. I got the intake on, throttle body injection is on. Devin is gonna start putting some accessories on for me. I'm still trying to figure out the distributor timing, and I'll put the plugs and wires on. Somehow I lost about 6 of the bolts for my accessories here. So I got some bolts and a list of parts I need to go get. I'm getting everything hooked up here. I'm gonna get all the accessories on. I'm not gonna put plugs in so I can prime the motor, and we'll go from there. Another progress update. I got all the accessories and my serpentine belt on. The shroud's on, the radiator hoses are back on. I just have to do a little bit of the wiring back there. I don't have any plugs in because I'm gonna crank it over so it builds oil pressure without making compression. And we'll go from there. All right, so I cranked it over with no spark plugs in it. Built oil pressure nice. Now I'm just trying to do a compression test on it and the battery's too dead. I let it charge for a couple hours, still not enough. So we're jumping it right now. I'm gonna do a compression test. All right, so I tried to start it, but my ignition coil wasn't even plugged in. So we're gonna go for it here. I still gotta adjust my rocker arms. Yeah, those are clanking around pretty bad. So I just adjusted all the rocker arms. Go ahead, start it up. A little oil pressure there, but no ticks. All right, so it is all together finally. Valve covers are on. I might have to adjust the timing on the distributor a little bit. I still gotta bleed the coolant, but we are gonna get it started Let it heat all the way up, see how it's running. Well, it's alive, it's running mint. Everything's working how it should, no lights on or anything. So not too bad. All right, so that is it for this week. The Chevy got new heads, new head gaskets, runs mint now. I'm happy. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you next week.